The reason to build custom is because you want what you want and you're willing to pay for it. Nathan Anderson here with Rebuild the Block. For the last 9 years, we've been working on a lot of great projects. Predominantly, we've been building for ourselves. We've been building specs, but we feel like one of the things that we have to offer to the community and those that are looking to build custom homes is a true quality product that focuses on craftsmanship. We feel that we bring a lot to the table when it comes to the communication and the aspects that our clients are looking for in building. So today I want to run you through a few things of how we work and how we might be different. First and foremost, we typically come in first contact with a lot of our clients because they see the beautiful work that we're putting out. However, many times the homes that we build, they might not meet the criteria of someone that's looking for a specific product, specific size of home. The reason to build custom because you want what you want and you're willing to pay for it. Meaning that you can't find the items and the unique criteria that you have within a home in the marketplace. And it's been really tough on a lot of people over the last couple of years looking for homes. It's been slim pickings, and even though the inventory's risen more recently, there's still not a lot of good inventory out there. And so a lot of people make that jump or that leap to be able to build custom. One of the things that we talk about when someone has an initial meeting with us, we go through how we work, and ultimately the first thing that we want to talk about is fit. Is there a good fit? Do I get along with you and do you get along with me? We're about to embark on a journey that's going to be 2 years potentially, and we got to be able to get along. We got to be able to understand that there's challenges within custom building and that there's differences of opinion when it comes to design aesthetics and decisions that have to be made throughout the building process. And so we want to make sure that we can be able to collaborate and communicate effectively with our clients. The second thing we want to talk about is the process of pre-construction. A lot of people think about building a home and they think about hiring a general contractor. And the first thing that they think of is, hey, I got to go figure out all this stuff. I got to go hire all these people, all these design consultants. And then I got to come back to the table and start going through a bid process with general contractors. But most of us in the luxury custom home space know that there's a better way to do things. And one of the first things that we talk about is we talk about the design intent and the criteria that our clients are looking to build in a home. And we sit down with them and we start to talk about who we feel like might be best to pursue their project from a design aesthetic. And we start with a pre-construction agreement. Ultimately, that pre-construction agreement allows us to be able to give our clients the devoted time and attention that they need to be able to get through all the way to permits. And so ultimately at that point, we start compiling the team. We compile our architect, we compile our interior designers, and then we compile our landscape designers. And those are kind of the 4 people that make up a successful project. You have the builder, which is giving construction input as well as value engineering and pricing conversations. You have your architect, which is handling the ins and outs of the design details, making sure that it's code compliant and that we're able to get to the city. You have the interior designers that put their touch on the interior aesthetics of the home and allowing them to capture the vision of our client to be able to get the design aesthetic that they want, whether that be modern or contemporary or farmhouse. And then from there we move on and we talk with our landscape architect, and they start to talk about all the things of how you live, how the property encompasses your lifestyle. Do you spend more time inside? Do you want to be able to enjoy the wonderful weather we have here in Arizona, have that indoor-outdoor lifestyle? Do you cook a ton outside? Do you cook a ton inside? But ultimately, we take all these design consultants and it allows us to be able to get through this process of truly collaborating together to make a one-of-a-kind project and a one-of-a-kind home that fits our clients' needs. To continue the conversation, we're obviously on a live job site here. We're at Final Punch. And one of the things that we recognize is that, we live in a construction site. It's a mess, right? But we try to eradicate that by keeping our job sites as tidy as possible. We have staging zones, usually in the great room spaces or in the garages. We have trash cans throughout the property, helping to illustrate that cleanliness is of the utmost importance to us. And reflecting that to our trade base. It's really important for them to be able to stay hydrated and be able to have the things that they need. They're going to be messing with stuff, they're going to be rummaging through boxes, and ultimately they need places to put those things. So as we kind of come out here, you'll see we have trash cans throughout the property. It's a super important thing because it allows us to be able to have less room for errors and accidents on our job sites, as well as ensuring that things are picked up properly day in and day out. So So we already kind of went through a few of the details in regards to selecting a design team. It's one of the most crucial decisions that can be made in a project, and it can make or break it. You know, how organized is that design team? What's the design aesthetic? How well do they work with the builder in general? And we find that since we've been able to team up with different designers, it helps to be able to hone in on what the client is specifically looking for. You know, are they looking for a modern design where we might be able to give them some designers that focus on that specific genre of design? Are they looking for a true, European farmhouse look? Are they looking for more contemporary? Now, granted, we work with a handful of designers. You know, we don't have that in-house. We find that very easy to work with our designers because they're the ones that are spending all of their time in design, right? They're the ones going to all the trade shows. They're the ones that are going to the design events. And they've really honed in the skills that allow them to be able to bring a high caliber design to any and every project. So why work with Rebuild the Block? Well, we've been in business for about 10 years so far, and we plan on going for another few decades. But one of the things that really sets us apart is that we started in the real estate game. We started building specs for ourselves. We buy them, we build them, we sell them. What this has allowed us to do is to be able to compare ourselves with additional consultants. So we have a real estate side of the business that helps our clients from the very beginning. When they come to us and they say, we want to build with you, the first question we're going to ask is, do you have a lot? A lot of those people don't. They don't have the perfect area for them to build. So we'll send them to our sales team. Our sales team will work with them to be able to find the perfect location for them to build. So that'd be step one. This is unique in characteristics from the standpoint that many other contractors aren't going to have that ability to be able to help you in that facet. In doing so, we're able to help with looking at the overall scope of the project. Does it meet some of the spatial needs that you have for building a home? Can it accommodate a 3,000 square foot home, a 5,000 square foot home, a 10,000 square foot home? And we're able to help through those nuances. And then once we're able to get that home under contract, it allows us to immediately provide consulting on that piece from a builder's perspective. A contractor is not going to give you the time of day for a project that might or might not happen, right? And so the concept of being involved early on in the process helps a ton because we're able to provide that consulting up front, right? You've selected someone that can not only help you with the real estate side, which is separate from our building side, but it gives you, some additional ammo and additional insight that's very relevant when purchasing that home for a custom build. As we move on from that, it immediately puts us into that design realm. We know that we're helping you find the lot. We kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, and then it easily allows us to transition into that pre-construction services, right? It allows us to transition into that design, have an idea of what you're looking for, getting the consultants in early so we can be able to get a jump start, which is key in this marketplace. It's for you guys that have been following, it's challenging. There's things that come up all the time with supply chain, whether that be in the automotive industry or in the construction industry or any other manufacturing industry. And so being able to get a jump start on that and working with one team throughout that whole process makes a huge difference. And that's why I feel like a lot of people come to us not knowing where to start and then being able to work with us from start to finish. So the benefit of not only the sales team is now we've finished pre-construction, we've gone to the city, we've got permits, we've broken ground, we start to build your home, and ultimately we get through that, which we'll go over another time. But by doing that, at some point, a lot of our clients have a house to sell when they're about to move in to their new home. And that's a really stressful time of like when to make the switch, when to go on market. We all know the story of a builder that wasn't on time, right? So ultimately their house is now on the market, it's under contract, and they're gonna close and they have nowhere to go for a couple months. And by being able to collaborate with a team that's an all-in-one solution, we're able to make the recommendations to hopefully make that piece of the puzzle work smoothly. It allows you to be able to transition from whatever it is that you're living in, whether that be a lease or whether that be sale of your personal residence before you move into that custom home. And that's the big differentiator for us, is to be able to help with that side and to be able to be collaborating with one another to reduce that hecticness as we start to punch a house out and get you to the point where you guys can move in. Thank you for following us at Rebuild the Block. We got a lot more content coming up in the future, so please comment, like, or subscribe to our channel for more content coming soon.